Hello, I'm Dr. Che and you are watching my YouTube channel. In this video, we will talk about defining and non-defining relative clauses. Defining and non-defining. This is video number 3. As you know, this is advanced English grammar course, and in this course there are more than 27 common and important grammar topics. We are ending this defining and non-defining relative clause. So open the playlist of my channel and watch complete course in order. The link is given below in the description box. Please look at the description box for updates and links to my Facebook groups. Like and comment to encourage me, share with other students to help them, and subscribe to get more free videos on vocabulary, grammar, writing, speaking, listening and reading also. Which are that? These are relative pronouns we are going to discuss. These are used to refer to things, to a thing or things mentioned in a sentence. Both are correct, but as I mentioned earlier, that is a bit informal. Try to avoid it in your exams, especially in your writing, to avoid any confusion or uncertainty. But these are correct. You will not lose marks, but the which is more formal and that is a bit informal, but you can use that in speaking and which in writing, but both are correct. The drug that or which. The drug that relieved my pain or the drug which relieved my pain is very expensive. When we use with time, when. Where we use with place. Whose we refers to person. When something belongs to dead person, refers to person. When something belongs to dead person, whose bag is this, whose mobile is this, something like that. Examples: this is the hospital. This is the hospital where my mother was admitted in 2019. This is the hospital where. This is place and we are using where. This is the hospital where my mother was admitted in 2019. That was the day when I passed my IELTS exam. There should be some day. That was the day when. This is time and we are using when. This is place, we are using where. This is time, we are using when. That was the day when I passed my IELTS exam. He is the doctor. He is the doctor whose patients are waiting and he is recording free English grammar classes. He is the doctor whose. As the for person we can use whose when something belongs to that person. Whose. He is the person whose patients belong to the doctor. These are they are related to the doctor. Dr. Che. I am referring to Dr. Che. He is the doctor whose patients are waiting and he is recording free English grammar classes. So he is not a good doctor. He should treat his patients instead of making video classes. So I am helping you and I treat my patients also. When we can omit a relative pronoun. This is very important. When we can remove. When we can omit a relative pronoun. This is advanced level grammar. In defining relative clauses, there are two ways in defining to make the sentences more concise, and we can omit some extra words. Let us look. Number 1, we can omit a relative pronoun. Number 1 is subject pronouns can be removed. Subject pronouns can be removed by the verb that follows the relative pronoun by adding ing to the verb. It's difficult, huh? You don't understand. Let us look at the example to understand. I love the food that has less sugar. or we can say which has less sugar. Now this is a complete sentence with defining relative clause. This is defining relative clause, and this is subject pronoun can be removed. What is subject pronoun is? Oh, sorry. So I love the food that is used as a subject pronoun. Subject pronoun that food that has. So we use this pronoun, we remove this pronoun, and the verb that is comes after this pronoun, we change this one into ing form, into gerund form, ing form. I love the food having less sugar. We cannot say I love the food have less sugar. No, we cannot use have here, yeah, or has, because when we are removing pronoun here, we need to use ing form. I love the food having less sugar. If we say I love the food has less sugar, this would be wrong. Okay, we can say that has, or which has, or we can say food having less sugar. I love the people who help the poor. I love the people who help the poor. Now, who is a subject pronoun of this clause, and the verb is help. If we want to remove this who, I love the people, we are removing who, and the verb that comes after who, we will change it to ing form, gerund form. I love the people helping the poor. So this is a bit advanced level. If you can use this accurately and naturally, then use it. If you cannot use it, don't make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you will lose your marks. The second time we can omit a pronoun is when the relative pronoun is object of a verb. When the relative pronoun is object of a verb, we can remove, we can omit, we can remove relative pronoun. These are the medicine that we bought yesterday. Now this is medicine that we bought. This is a relative pronoun as object of the verb. So we can remove them. These are the medicine. We have removed that we bought yesterday. So here we don't need to use ing form or gerund form of verb, because there is a clause, a complete clause after that, and this is used as a object of the verb that we bought yesterday. Which medicine that we bought yesterday, this is used as an object. So we remove that, and the rest of the sentence is these are the medicine we bought yesterday. Now this is a bit advanced level, so it is sophisticated and advanced. So if you can use accurately and naturally, use. If not, don't make mistakes. Make a clause more advanced. How can we make a clause more advanced? If non-defining relative clause, still now we are talking about defining, and now we are talking about non-defining. In non-defining relative clauses, we can omit a relative pronoun plus be verb when they come together in non-defining clause. When there is a relative clause, when there is a relative pronoun plus be verb. For example, Dr. Smith, who is a competent dermatologist, is thinking of opening his own hospital, starting his own hospital. And now look, this is a relative pronoun. Who is relative pronoun, and is the form, the verb in be form. Who is a competent. Now this is non-defining relative clause, and we can omit part of this to make more advanced. Dr. Smith, comma, a competent dermatologist is thinking of opening his own hospital. So we have removed who, relative pronoun and we have removed the verb, the be verb. We have removed both of them and now this is advanced sentence. Dr. Smith, a competent dermatologist, is thinking of opening his own hospital. Mostly you will use this in your writings. In speaking it looks bit more formal. An invaluable tip from Dr. Che is defining and non-defining clauses make your sentences complex and advanced. Use them in your writing if you can use 100% accurately and naturally. Don't don't make mistakes. If you are not confident to use them, don't use them. So I would advise to learn them accurately and then use. Subject verb agreement is very important. Take care when we use one of the in a relative clause. We need to carefully notice what the subject of the verb is. Air pollution is a problem that needs to be addressed. Air pollution is a problem that needs to be addressed. So we're talking about one problem is a problem that needs to be addressed. In this sentence we are talking about only one problem. We are not using one of the, we are using only one problem. Now look at this sentence. Air pollution is one of the environmental problems that need to be addressed. Now look, here we were talking about only one problem. We used needs. There were no word one of the. And here we are using one of the. Air pollution is one of the environmental problems that need to be addressed. So subject of this verb is environmental problems. All the problems is one of the, not is the subject is not one. Here subject is environmental problems and air pollution is one of them. Air pollution is one of the environmental problems that need to be addressed. As I have told you that we are using in defining relative clause after the verb, after the noun we are defining the one of the environmental problems, the problems that need to be addressed. The problems that need to be addressed. We are referring need to problems. Problems that need to be addressed. In this sentence, we are talking about many problems like including air pollution. So please note this rule down. This is very important. Many students make these mistakes. So look at the description box for updates and link to my Facebook group. Like and comment to encourage me. Share with other students to help them. Subscribe to my channel and press bell icon for more videos on vocabulary, grammar, writing, speaking, listening and reading also. Thank you very much.